In a 10-month program completed in June 1961, the Bell Aerosystems Company, under contract to U.S. Army Transportation Research Command, has demonstrated the feasibility of controlled free flight with a rocket mounted on a man's back.
Well, it felt like somebody picking you up by the body and lifting you up, and you turn left and it pulls you more, and you turn right, it doesn't pull you more. And you just adjust and fly. I mean, it's intuitive. There's no instrument panel here. We're talking just physical inputs and responses. I'm Harold Graham, and I flew the rocket belt. I flew the first rocket belt.
On December 29, 1960, the first manned rocket flight was attempted, using tether ropes for the operator's safety. This first introduction of man to machine illustrates well the problems of thrust control and system stability, which were to be resolved in the ensuing test program.
Obviously, it wasn't just a job. I mean, you're doing something that's really strange, really wacko, and you alternate till you get excited about it, and sometimes you get disappointed about it. But it's unique, it's thrilling, and you're working with great people. I mean, it was a great time.
From 1961 to 1962, Harold Graham piloted over 100 individual flights for the Bell Aerosystems Rocket Belt Test Program. As Bell's exclusive Rocket Belt test pilot, Graham had the honor of flying in many of the earliest public demonstrations of the groundbreaking aviationary invention, including a 1961 demonstration for President John F. Kennedy.
We were there as part of a bunch of other acts, to show the president the latest in defense devices. And our little part of the show was to take off from a landing craft and fly across to the beach and go up and salute the president. And we did that. A reporter close by said that he was open-mouthed, just like a little kid.
3 years and 4 pilots after Graham, Bill Suter, a 19-year-old college student and neighbor to the rocket belt's inventor, would be hired as the new test pilot. Suter would go on to fly in many of the most successful recorded flights in the rocket belt's short-lived history.
All right, we're here at U.S. Coast Guard Station Niagara, and in 1966, this is where we did some filming with the rocket belt. It was a tactical film for the U.S. Army. One of the things we wanted to show was the ship-to-shore capability, so we arranged the Coast Guard to take us on one of their boats there. There was a slight delay from the time I was ready and felt we were far enough out, and the film crew was ready, so we drifted a little bit further. I pushed it harder than I ever had, and instantly I had this tremendous speed buildup, and the tears were running in my eyes, my cheeks were flapping, my pant legs were flapping. I was aware of all that, and as I came around, there was a shadow past sort of thing. It's something I noticed but didn't pay attention to, and I landed and walked in the building, and one of the technicians was screaming at me, "What's wrong with you? Da, 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 da." What it was, there were guy wires on a radio tower that used to sit on the other side of the building, and I didn't see the guy wires, and I almost was sliced like a piece of cheese.
The first time ever that the belt was shut off in the air, okay? How long was it shut off? Not very long, because you go down fast. I had trouble getting up, being extra heavy, extra breakfast, low pressure on the generator, whatever. Took me 10 seconds or so to get up there. I'm very concerned at 35 feet of getting down in the next 10 seconds and inadvertently shut it off. Momentarily later, bang, back on again. You'll notice a little dip and the leg goes up and everything worked out fine. Nobody really picked up on that. I did. Nobody else did.
In only a short number of years, the engineers and test pilots of Bell Aerosystems managed to drastically extend the realistic possibility of individual human flight. The technological development and scientific research behind the Rocket Belt program has led to new ideas, practical applications, and a new generation of enthusiasts. The images they've left us with stretch our imaginations to new heights, inspiring new scientists and designers keen to push the envelope further towards enhancing the possibility of one of man's greatest dreams.